if you go down the list, it's really interesting. When you see the list of the biggest holders of the ETF, yeah, there's some RAA firms and whatever. Most of it is the converter helper guys.
Bitcoin Zella stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now, guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to Bitcoin Zella today and enjoy the new edge. Let's join Raoul Powell in a conversation about these topics and more.
Are being using the ETF because they can get prime broking on it, which you can't get on Bitcoin very easily. So they use it for prime broking, and then they're arbing the futures or the perps.
Right.
Yeah.
No actual real new money that's come in yet then?
Yeah, there is some. You can go down the list, but when you look at it, it's all Millennium, it's all the same players, and they're just extracting cash from the cash and carry.
But then the guys that we were all thinking were going to come in and allocate into the space who haven't already, does that mean they're still to come then?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, again, the regulatory issues. I mean, every week there's somebody else being prosecuted. Then you've got the kind of Trump on one side, the Harris administration not making it clear what they're going to do, and the SEC being hostile. So that keeps people back from actually really allocating. It's like, okay, we need election clarity now.
That's why long dated call options are like in demand all the time, because it's the only safe way to get access to that upside, right?
Yeah. And is there a vol kink over?
Oh, for sure. There's been a vol kink for the 8th of November. That's the expiry that they've listed for the election. There's a vol kink in the order of magnitude that they're implying about a 10 to 12% move on the day, right?
Yeah, but what about afterwards?
No, I mean, the whole curve is higher. The whole curve is obviously higher, but there's not like, the vol market's not priced in a way to say, oh, for the end of the year, there should be a load of extra vol premium beyond just what the election is providing, right?
Because the other thing, I was speaking to another mate of mine who runs a big macro book for one of the big macro funds, and he was like, same thing. He's like, there's no vol priced in for a Trump win, let's say, which is very positive for tech and crypto. And he said the other thing that's not priced in is a contended election.
Bitcoin rose to multi-day highs near $63,500, signaling bullish momentum. Market indicators suggest Bitcoin could surge higher, with key resistance levels at $65,000 in sight. After testing support at $60,000 earlier in the week, Bitcoin made gains during the October 11 Wall Street session, rising towards $63,500. Traders are now eyeing resistance at $65,000 as a pivotal level for a breakout. Analysts highlight $62,850 monthly open and $63,330 weekly open as critical battlegrounds. Clearing these levels could lead to further upside, with the 200-day moving average and the 2021 mid-cycle top at $64,900 acting as major resistance points. Indicators such as the Relative Strength Index, RSI, above 50 and increasing spot demand suggest that Bitcoin may continue to rise, possibly breaking the $64,000, $65,000 resistance in the coming days. A Bitcoin analytics account flagged a declining stablecoin to Bitcoin market cap ratio, a bullish signal that could precede a strong Bitcoin rally. If this trend continues, analysts predict a sharp price increase, followed by a longer-term uptrend reversal. Bitcoin's next few days will be crucial, with traders closely watching for a breakout above $65,000, which could spark a new all-time high in altcoin rally.
I don't see how nobody's going to do it, because inflation's imploding in Europe right now. It's just the Europeans are going to keep going.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. That's the only thing I can see is for some reason that whole liquidity story, the cyclicality, doesn't work. But it's been working perfectly since the bottom in 2022.
Yeah.
And really, when I look at the patterns and stuff with GMI, it's like I'm complaining because it didn't match last week.
Yes.
You know, really, with a bit of wiggling around because of flows or whatever. Whether it breaks out this week or in 2 weeks' time, 3 weeks' time, makes no difference. But it should be that order of magnitude in terms of time. It's like, it's right here, right now.
Time, yeah.
And is it a case of the dominance that we've seen in Bitcoin? I mean, is that still at the highs? I think it is, given where ETH is, right? Do you expect the first leg to be led by Bitcoin because of the election and stuff, or not?
No, I think everyone's looking for the confirmation of Bitcoin, and then everybody's going to get out the risk curve.
Yeah.
I mean, because look, if we've got the banana zone,
everything's going to rip.
Everyone knows what the game is.
You want the beta.
Yeah, everybody's going to want the beta. And, you know,
so where do
we're
we get
already
the beta?
seeing it. You can barely keep memes underwater.
Well, memes are going,
and you can
memes are going.
Stuff like Sui, you just can't keep these things down.
Yeah.
So you can see that in the market's kind of getting ready to do all this stuff. And the moment Bitcoin breaks 70,000, I mean, God, these memes are going to go bananas.
ETH's been a dog, though, right? Like, ETH has really suffered. I mean, Solana's looked better than ETH by a long way. Are you still, because you've historically been a fan of ETH, are you still a big fan of ETH?
I mean, look, I love ETH. It's great. My only ETH exposure is NFTs. So I've got a lot of high-end NFTs, which are only on ETH. Other than that, I'm a mercenary otherwise. It's like, you know, what's going to outperform? I've been Solana, and then I've been switching towards Sui, even though I'm on the foundation. So I've been granted tokens, but I've actually been buying in the open market because the chart versus every cross rate versus Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and choose your token, and it's about performing. I'm like, okay, this is the signal that this may be the next chosen one. ETH, I've been thinking through what happened with ETH. So the layer 2s obviously took away from the layer 1. Okay, fine. But what I'm thinking is really being built is something that scales much larger by having the layer 2s, and then they're going to go to this ZK roll-ups, whatever it's going to be. But they have a roadmap, and I think basically they've overbuilt infrastructure for where we are right now. And that's what it is. While Solana and Sui and other stuff are seeing the pickup in activity, ETH has basically built out enormous amount of block space. And as the market grows, I think, you know, ETH, because it's security and all of the other stuff, will attract more flows. But it's probably going to underperform this cycle. Underperforms Solana, but I still think it outperforms Bitcoin. I look at that cross a lot. That cross perfectly works with the ISM. So as the business cycle picks up, that's alt season. Now, why is that? Pretty simple, because everyone has a bit more money.
Yeah.
Because as soon as the ISM picks up, still below 40, below 50. So this is, it actually says a big part of the economy is still slow and another part is racing ahead. So that means that corporate earnings are still slow. That means people's paychecks are slow. That means the bloke who owns the sandwich shop down the road, earnings are still a bit slow. All of that stuff. When it starts picking up, that compounding effect of the business cycle means more disposable income, means more investing, and then people go out the risk curve. So we still haven't got to that point. So we're still, and that's another reason maybe this whole breakout from the banana zone hasn't happened, is it really happens when the RSM crosses 50 to the upside. That's like a big signal.
Craig Wright, who claims to be Bitcoin's creator, has criticized Michael Saylor's Bitcoin strategy, accusing him of distorting Bitcoin's original vision by centralizing control through his company, MicroStrategy. In a post on X, Wright condemned Saylor's efforts to turn MicroStrategy into a Bitcoin bank, accusing him of betraying Bitcoin's core mission by centralizing control. Wright argued that Bitcoin was designed to eliminate intermediaries, not create them, and that Saylor's approach distorts Bitcoin's purpose. Michael Saylor's company has accumulated billions in Bitcoin, positioning itself as a leading corporate holder of the cryptocurrency. Saylor's goal is to amass $150 billion in Bitcoin, promoting it as a hedge against inflation and a store of value. Wright's critique highlights a broader debate within the crypto space about Bitcoin's true purpose. While Saylor promotes Bitcoin as digital gold, Wright and others believe it was meant to facilitate everyday transactions without intermediaries. Wright's claim to be Satoshi Nakamoto, Bitcoin's creator, remains heavily disputed within the cryptocurrency community, adding further controversy to his statements. The ongoing debate between different Bitcoin proponents reflects deep divisions over the future direction of the cryptocurrency and its original vision. BNB saw a 4.1% price recovery, but falling DApp volumes and weak Binance Launchpad results may limit further gains. Investors are cautious as network activity declines. BNB's future price movement may be constrained by declining network activity and underwhelming Launchpad results despite its recent price recovery. If you've been with us so far, a big thank you. Don't forget to subscribe for free to Bitcoin Zella for your daily news. The link is waiting below. That's all for today's crypto news. Stick around for more updates, insights, and analysis on cryptocurrencies. Share your thoughts in the comments, like this video, and subscribe for more exciting content.